Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing this fabulous Tuesday morning? I am about to do my morning devotional, so I said I would do it online for our Bible and business, as I also pay these bills, as I also pay these good bills. But how is everyone doing this fabulous Tuesday morning? This week, I am doing a 5-day business challenge on how to get your business to the bank. So if you are interested in learning how to properly structure your business, how to get funding for your business, how to establish business credit, how to market your business and sell a digital product, how to protect your assets, then you want to be in my 5-day challenge. We started yesterday. The replay is in the Facebook group. You can comment challenge to get the link. You do not want to miss this challenge. So you can go all in 2024 and still make 2024 your best year. Okay, so I have lost my Jesus Calling book. So I'm going to read from it online. I do my morning devotional from the book Jesus Calling. I normally will show up. I don't have it. And I also like to start my day off with writing down 10 things that I'm grateful for. So no matter how hectic my day is, no matter what goes on, I'm good because God's already blessed me with these 10 things. So if you were able this morning to write down 10 things that you're thankful for, drop in the comments, I got my 10. Drop in the comments, I got my 10. So Jesus Calling for November 5th. Reads, you can live as close to me as you choose. I set up no barriers between us. Neither do I tear down barriers that you erect. People tend to think their circumstances determine the quality of their lives. So they pour their energy into trying to control their situations. They feel happy when things are going well and sad or frustrated when things don't turn out as they hoped. They rarely question that correlation between their circumstances and feelings. Yet it is possible to be content in any and every situation. Put more energy into trusting me and enjoying my presence. Don't let your well-being depend on your circumstances. Instead, connect your joy to my precious promises. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go. I will meet you in all of your needs according to my glorious riches. Nothing in all creation will be able to separate you from my love. Okay? So let's get into it. You can live as close to me as you choose. I set up no barriers between us. Neither do I tear down barriers that you erect. So God is saying, we're going to be as close as you want us to be close. Like I'm not tripping. If you don't want a relationship, I'm cool. I'm not holding any grudges. Like however close you want to be, that's how close we're going to be. But here's where it gets good. People tend to think their circumstances determine the quality of their lives. So they pour their energy into trying to control their situations. I'm going to say that again. People tend to think their circumstances determine the quality of their lives, so they pour their energy into trying to control their situations. Put a 1 in the comments if you have been guilty of trying to control your situation, trying to control the outcome of something. Staying up late worrying, trying to get 1 + 1 or 2 + 2, or staying up worrying, hoping that you got the job, hoping that the business did this, hoping that you got this deal, hoping that this person asked you to marry them, right? And then it says they feel happy when things are going well and sad or frustrated when things don't turn out as they hoped. Sometimes we can be hoping for things that are to our detriment. Sometimes we can be hoping for things to happen that's not in our best interest. See, we can only see so far. We can't see everything. We're not omnipresent, right? So you may be hoping and praying that you get into this law school. You may be hoping and praying that you get this job. But what if that law school wasn't going to have the proper environment for you to thrive and for you to strive? What if that job wasn't going to see your worth and they were never going to promote you or never going to pay you what you were worth, right? So we're praying that, we get this job. We're praying that we get into this law school, into this medical school. And God's like, girl, why are you praying for that? That's not even for you. And then when we don't get into the medical school or the law school, we don't get that job, now we're sad. Now we're depressed. Now it's woe is me. Now it's, things aren't right. And God's saying that was never for you. They feel happy when things are going well and sad or frustrated when things don't turn out as they hoped. They rarely question the correlation between their circumstances and feelings, yet is it possible to be content in every situation? Is it possible for you to be happy in the good and the bad if the bad is not always going to be bad? Now, y'all gonna say, girl, what you talking about? If you don't get this job, if your business isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing, if you're not in the relationship that you're wanting to be in, if you've been trying to get this house and you just can't, get this house, like, how am I supposed to be happy when things aren't going how they're supposed to go? My question to you, or my challenge to you, is, can you trust God when things are going good and when things are going bad? Can you trust God when things are going good and when things are going bad, understanding that if things are going bad, maybe they're going bad for a reason. Maybe they're going bad for a purpose. Maybe the going bad is part of the plan that God has for you. Well, what do you mean? Let me give you an example. I was in a toxic marriage. Anyone who's been in a toxic situation, it could be a marriage, it can be a friendship, it can be a job. When you're in something toxic, you don't see it as being toxic because you're in it, right? I say the phrase, when you sit in shit too long, it doesn't stink. If I'm doing Bible and business, I probably shouldn't say that. But when you're in something that is toxic, when you're in something that is negative, it doesn't start off just bad, right? Slowly but surely, things just get bad. But when you're in it, a lot of times you don't see it because you're in it. You're in the situation, so you don't see how bad things are getting because they're getting bad slowly over time, and you're just getting worse and worse and worse, but you're stuck in it. So I'm in this toxic relationship. I'm not getting anything out of this marriage. I'm putting everyone, before joy, and I am just holding on, to say I'm in this 2-parent home. So, these kids got this 2-parent home. These kids got this great lifestyle. Like, on the outside, the optics look great, right? The optics are the bomb.com. But inside, I was like dying a slow death. But I didn't have enough courage, I would say, or strength to actually put my needs on top of my kids' needs or what I thought was best, right? And so when I finally was like, you know what, girl, this ain't it. This ain't it. Let me go ahead and just leave. But let me try to leave. And now let's have a healthy co-parent situation, right? I'm going to move to the next subdivision. So it's a 3-minute journey between the homes, right? I'm going to just stomach all what I've been through, not speak on it, not say anything. So, we can still work together and have this great business partnership relationship, right? That was how I was looking at things. I didn't know that I married a sociopath. I didn't know that I had married the devil. I didn't know that my in-laws were also the devil, right? I'm thinking, these are my second parents. I'm in this great family, and now I'm having to make things change. Well, the second I move out, my son's father tries to kill me, shoots at me at our dealership. I then move for me and my son's safety, and then he takes all the money out of our accounts, locks me out of our businesses, and his parents are assisting him in the fraud, right? So I said all that to say, if I had looked at me leaving, my marriage, my divorce as, oh my gosh, like, This is the worst thing happening to me. This is a mistake. Like, things aren't working out. You know, God, where are you? Because if God was with me, this marriage would work. When God was the one pulling me out of the marriage, right? God was the one saying, I'm trying to break all this up because you are linked to the wrong person. Now being out of the marriage, now being out of the situation, now being able to see these people are really crazy and really are trying to just take me out. And I don't even know why. Now I'm able to see the full story, right? So if you're going through a tough time right now, maybe God hasn't left you. Maybe God is right there next to you, pulling you out of a negative situation. In your mind, you think you're supposed to be here. And he's like, girl, boy, I'm trying to get you out. I'm breaking all this up to pull you out of something, a situation, a job, a business, a friendship. I'm trying to pull you out of this friend circle for a reason, and it's for your benefit. Right now, you can't see how it's for your benefit. When your boo breaks up with you, you can't see how it's for your benefit. But God's saying your true person, your real wife, your real husband, your real forever person, baby, is not even in this state. I got to break this up. I got to break you out of this so I can get you to your forever person. Your business partner took all the money and you're trying to fix the business. He's saying, baby, that wasn't your partner. I'm trying to bankrupt this business. So you learn two things. So when you pivot and start this new brand, this new industry, this new whatever, you took these mistakes, but I'm going to make this business grow faster. I purposely bankrupt this business because this industry is going to change. This is not where you're going to thrive. You're meant to do this. I had the job fire you. I had them fire you. I'm not punishing you. This is not the job you're supposed to be at. They're never going to see your worth. They're never going to pay you what you're supposed to be paid. They weren't going to give you those benefits. I fired you from this job so that you have nothing left in this state. So when your mom or your friend tells you to move here, you move there, and then your forever job is there. Or maybe he's saying this job is no longer for you. You've been having a passion to have your own business, but you're scared. I'm going to take your comfort zone away from you to force you to face your fears to start your business. But when things don't go our way, we think that God's punishing us. Our life is not where it's supposed to be. And God's saying, baby, I am preparing you for a better life. But this is part of the process. This pain, this heartache, this is all part of the process of what I need you to experience to take you away from what's not for you. Because put a 2 in the comment, baby, if sometimes we jumped into situations and we never asked God, is this for us? I would type a 2. If I touch my live, the whole screen gonna freeze. But if someone can just type in 50 number 2s for me, because baby, that's me. I done married this man and then asked God, is this my person? Oh honey, I'm at the age, I done knocked off all my little to-do lists. I done got my career, I got my business, I got enough money. Now I'm ready to get married. Met this little man. I mean, he cool, right? He'll do. Let's go ahead and get married. It's time. It's time to go check off the marriage and the baby cares, right? Baby. Sometimes, we start a business with a person that we didn't check their credentials. We didn't know, hey, do we have the same kind of hustle? You just grabbed you a business partner. And now a year in, baby, thank you, girl. Thank you, Shanae, for all these 2s. And thank you. Keep putting the 2s in. Those, all these 2s is for me. Because I jumped in a relationship I had no business being in, right? A lot of times we jump in the job. We jump in these things. Never ask God, is this our direction? Is this what you want me to do? And then when it don't work out, now we praying to God. And God's saying, stop praying to fix it. I'm breaking it up. I broke up the business partnership. I broke up the marriage. I broke up the friendship. I broke it up for your benefit. Whew, let me go back to our devotion. I done ran off. That one little line spoke to me. Okay. So we need to be able to be content in when things don't go our way, when you have a real relationship or a strong relationship with God. Let me not say real. When you have a strong relationship with Jesus, you're going to understand, although things are just everywhere, I know he's taking me somewhere. I'm going to have the faith to trust God that after all this disarray, he's leading me somewhere. I don't know why I had to pack up. I don't know how I lost this house. I don't know why I had to lose my car. I don't know why I'm living on my mama's couch. I don't know why I'm doing all of this, but I know he's leading me somewhere. And so when you're being shooken up, when life is throwing you the kitchen sink and the bathroom sink and the garage sink, when things are just everywhere, Satan is going to want you to say you're a failure. Life is over. You know, these are all my mistakes. I'm not a good person. I don't deserve better. Satan jumps in your mind with that self-doubt, that pity, woe is me. I didn't have my mom, and that's why my life is messed up. And my daddy wasn't no good, and that's why, you know, I can't, and I don't have no education. So, and Satan gets all in your, he gets here in that mind and has you just on a negative path. That's your life is just so horrible because of this, and that. So when you are going through the go through, you got to know God is having me do this for a reason. So instead of looking at your situation as all the negative, find the positive, right? February 2022, I say my mama paid my rent. I had just bought my mama a car. August of 2021. And baby, in less than a year, my mama's paying my rent, right? I don't have any money. He took all the money out the account. I don't have my business is locked up. It's just, girl, you ain't getting nothing. You leave, you ain't getting a dime, right? So now that I'm starting over, my lifestyle is totally different than what it was, right? But I wasn't worried about my lifestyle. I'm more worried about my son, right? Like, his life is just gone from having everything he wanted to now, like, things are going to be a little different, right? How do I break that news to him? So I was more stressed about, he can't order Amazon every day. We can't DoorDash every day because baby, mommy's now on a budget, right? Like, we are at Little Caesars $5 pizza because mommy's trying to figure some things out. But as I'm going through, whoa, my whole life has changed. You know, this is going to be a big different. Instead of me seeing what I don't have, I focus on, well, what do I have? Number one, I woke up today. I'm still going at it, right? Number two, I got a house over. I got a roof over my head, right? We ain't got no real furniture up in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Facebook Marketplace. My son is sleeping on a mattress with a bed frame. You know, it's not the room he's used to, but he got a room. He got a bed. See, you choose what you focus on. You choose. Is your house with no furniture, is that a great thing? Or is it, oh my gosh, I don't have furniture? You choose how you see your situation. My whole thing is, baby, I should have been dead. The bullet should have hit me. It didn't, right? So I'm good. We ain't got to have furniture. It is not normal for a child to order on Amazon every single day. That is not normal. I know that is your normal, right? That's your normal. But right now in this season, you know, we're not gonna be able to order on Amazon every day. It is not normal for a family to order Benihana's to go. So no, we cannot order Benihana's every single day to go. That's not normal. I know that was your normal, right? But in this season right here, we're not going to be able to do Benihana's every single day. We're not, okay? So mommy's going through a little transition. I need you to give mommy 6 months. I was very honest with my son, right? He was there at the shooting, so he saw everything. So it's not like I had to break it in. Hey, what happened on Tuesday? Mommy had to move. You know, we don't have any money, so this is what we're going to do. In all of that, how do I have fun with my son? How do I see the benefit of my situation? Hey, I got some, let me go to Walmart and buy some bikes, right? Me and my son used to do a bike ride every single day. God, thank you for allowing me to have a bike ride with my son. Thank you for letting me be able to have these moments with my son, right? Are you able to see the good in your situation? Or are you only looking at what you don't have? If you stay looking at what you don't have, here's the thing, you're never going to have everything. Because as you knock off your goal list, you're going to have more goals. So can you be content in any and every situation? Can you be content in any and every situation? And once you're content with your situation, and content doesn't mean I'm going to accept less and this is what I'm doing. Content means in this season, I'm going to be thankful for even the small blessings. I'm looking for everything that's positive that's coming my direction. Put more energy into trusting me and enjoying my presence. Put more energy into trusting me and enjoying my presence. Like I just said, when everything is going wrong or when you're not getting that answer you're wanting, you got to trust that there's a reason for the delay. Sometimes the reason for the delay in the blessing is the blessing. In this divorce, on day one, I'm seeing the theft. They're stealing from the business. I got all the documentation as to how they're stealing from the business. I got a TRO. I got an injunction against the business, but the judge won't hear me show them how much they're stealing. I got it right here. Can you hear me? Court date after court date after court date. He talking about everything else, and he keeps trying to push us out. Just, you guys, just resolve it. Just resolve. But I can show the theft. I can show the theft. For some reason, every court hearing, God would not let me pull this piece of paper out. He would not let me show the judge how they're stealing. And month after month after month after month will go by, and it did not. God, this does not make sense. I have built this business. They are stealing from it. They are lying about everything. And I have the proof. I have the smoking gun. But you're not letting me show it. The first 6 months, I'm off. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. For whatever reason, God is saying it's not the time. It's not the time. Let me go focus on building my own business. It's going to sit right here. I'm going to focus on my own business. 3 years has gone by. 3 years have gone by. Not only do I have this paper, not only do I have this baby, it's so much stuff that has come up. Let me tell you what God has given me. God had me wait 3 years because he said, girl, you have that one piece of paper. I'm about to give you all of, baby, why do I have rollers in my office? See, let me tell you, why do I have rollers in my office, right? But let me tell you, God said, I'm going to give you all of this. So I'm trying to walk into court with this one piece of paper. I go to court on Thursday, y'all. And I had to wait 3 years because now I'm walking into court with just not showing one thing. He gave me all of this to now show the judge of how out of order they've been, how they have disrespected your court order, how they violated the injunction, how they're stealing, how they're defrauding, all of this. But see, if God had answered my prayer, I would have only walked in with this. Sometimes the delay is for your blessing. He's delaying things for your good. You want it right now. He didn't have that house go through because you went and got the house on your budget right now. He said the 4-bedroom house wasn't going to let you have your in-laws and your parents live with you. You need the 7-bedroom house. You need some acres. I had you get denied that mortgage because you're going to still be a homeowner, just not in 2024. If you wait till 2026, the 4-bedroom goes to the 7-bedroom, and now your family and your in-laws and your parents can live with you. I had you lose that job because it wasn't that job that was going to promote you and make you who you're supposed to be. It was the job you was going to get 2 years from now. But I had to have the job fire you so you would move back home to help your mama who was sick, to then be at Starbucks to meet a person who was looking to go meet a headhunter who was looking for you, and now he got you into the job he's supposed to be. I had you lose that business because you had got that loan that you know you shouldn't have got. You was upside down from day one. You jumped in too big in the beginning. You was never gonna turn that business around. That wasn't where your gift was. I had you lose that business because I needed you to lose all of that to get all those lessons. So when you did your next opportunity, that was gonna be your 7-figure business. When you put your energy into God's presence, enjoying what's going on right now, knowing I'm going through this for a reason, no matter how dark it gets, you can smile. I say all the time, I was going through the fire, but I wasn't getting burned. My life everywhere. People say, like, girl, I'm not divorced yet. I am not divorced yet, but I'm okay with all the havoc. I'm okay with the delay because I'm now seeing the delay was for a purpose. Everything you're going through right now in your life is for a purpose, even the bad stuff, because the bad stuff builds character. The bad stuff gives you strength. The bad stuff gives you a story. The bad stuff may be giving you a platform. If you said, hey, come look at me. I'm going to help you, build your business and my life is perfect. People may not listen to you. But if you say, hey, let me show you how after being molested as a kid, after not knowing my dad, after my mom was killed, after, filing bankruptcy 2 times, let me show you after all of that, how I was able to still thrive and survive and get boom, boom, boom. Now you have an audience. So maybe everything that you're going through is for the bigger purpose. But when you trust in God, when you are leaning on his presence, even through your storm, you're going to see the sun. You're going to see the positive. You're going to turn every negative situation into a learning lesson, and still you're surviving through it all. If you are here on this live today, we got 80 of y'all. 80 of y'all have beat every bad day. There's 80 people on this live who have won every negative situation. There's 80 people on this call right now who, when the devil tried to take you out, you still survived. So if you survived all your negative days, if you survived every negative situation, no matter what you're going through here is confirmation you survived everything else. So why won't you survive this one? You have survived everything else that Satan threw at you. So why would you not survive whatever little situation you're going through now? If God woke you up today, he's not done with you. So instead of focusing on what you don't have, instead of focusing on what God took away, focus on what's left. What's left. In the business, for a business example, I tell this story all the time. When COVID happened at my dealership, it was now hard to finance. It was now hard to finance clients because the bank no longer said, do you have a job? The bank wanted to know, do you have a job? And then they would talk to the job to say, hey, is this person guaranteed to have this job in 6 months? Well, a lot of people were like, well, I mean, yes, he's employed, or yes, they're employed, but maybe we don't know where we're going to be in 6 months. Like, every city or every state is, doing shutdown. Like, we don't know. So because we couldn't get, because jobs weren't saying, yes, this person is guaranteed to having a job in 6 months, a lot of banks were not financing cars. So we weren't able to sell cars because we couldn't get them financed. So whenever something happens, especially in business, when something changes, how fast you can pivot is going to determine how much are you going to survive the storm, or are you going to have a big relapse in the storm? How quick can you pivot? How quick can you change? So after a month of seeing we aren't getting any deals, and if we don't sell the car to the bank, we're not making any money, right? So it's kind of like, we got to change, we got to pivot. We need to be the bank. Forget all this bank financing. We need to do in-house financing. We need to carry this note. So it's like, okay, we need to go ahead and buy some cars that we don't need the bank to buy us out of. We need to go buy cars that we can handle being a little upside down for a little while until we get these car notes going to then be on the right side up. So what did I do? We got to pivot, right? It's COVID. Ain't no banks giving no loans out during COVID. So how do I get funding? How do I get money to go buy some cars to go finance them themselves? If we look at, well, we don't have, ain't no banks doing nothing. We pivot, think outside the box. Where can I go get some money? I got a closet. Anyone who on this live who got a closet, you got some money. Anybody on this live who got a watch, got some money. Anybody on this live that got a bag, got some money. Went in that closet, took all them Chanel's. Chanel gonna make another bag. Chanel's gonna make another bag next season. Rolex gonna make another watch. Rolex is gonna make another watch. Go turn all that stuff in. If you need some money and you got a watch and you got a bag, you go to the most expensive area in your city, and there's gonna be a designer consignment store. It's a consignment store where people are buying Rolexes. People are buying diamonds. The store is going to buy real designer bags, okay? So Chanel, Hermes, Fendi, Louis Vuitton. They're going to buy your designer bags. They're going to buy your designer they're going to buy watches. They're going to buy rings, diamonds. Go to the most expensive part of your city and find a designer consignment store. Go sell that stuff. I took my whole Chanel collection. Chanel gonna make another bag. I'm trying to make some money. I have to pivot. The banks are not buying these cars. I can't get these people financed. Turn that whole, sold some bags, sold some earrings, sold some watches, got some money, and went and bought some cars so I can in-house finance myself and save my business just like that. Don't focus on what the storm took. Focus on what did the storm leave you with. Whatever God left you with right now is all you need to get yourself in one step to get out that situation. You don't have to get anything else. Whatever you have right in front of you is all you need to make that first step to get yourself out of the situation that you're in. You have everything you need right in front of you. You got to just think outside of the box. You have everything you need inside of you. You got to think outside the box. If you need some money, how can you get some money? What is your gift? Well, I ain't got a closet. Well, girl, what do you have? Can you cook? I can't cook. Can you cook? Can you go do a resume? You have some kind of service you can do? You got a car? Can you go Uber? What can you do? You can go do something. So it's whatever you need is right in front of you. You just got to think out of the box and go do whatever you have right in front of you to get yourself out of the situation. It may just be, this will help me get to step number 1. It's going to take me 10 steps to get out of it. It's going to take me 10 steps to get out of it. But what I have right here in front of me will get me to step number 1. Now, once I get into step number 1, I'm going to be in a different place, which will have a different opportunity. And now I'm going to get to step number 2. A lot of times we sit in the storm saying, how do I get from step number 1 to step 10? You're not. God's only showing you step number 1. So just get to step number 1 and trust that once you get over step number 1, he going to show you step number 2. And then you get to step number 2, he going to show you step number 3. But you're not going to always see it all. You're not going to see it all at one time. That's where the trusting in God comes from. So, however your relationship is with Jesus, if you don't have one, all you got to do is say, Jesus, I need you. He ain't tripping on what you did last night. He ain't tripping on what you did this morning. He ain't tripping on you ain't talked to him. He not tripping on all that stuff. Jesus, I need you. I just need you to show me what am I supposed to do right now. And listen, he will show you exactly where he needs you to go, what you need to do. You're going to be sleeping and just think of something. When my husband took all the money out the accounts, lock me out the business. I don't have anything. I started just doing consultations and forming LLCs. And I was going to just do business consultation. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a consultation. I can get your business started, give you a marketing plan, grow it, and form LLCs. That was what my vision was for the firm. I just told you, February 2022, I'm gonna pay my rent. In February, there's a grant, a big grant, a $50,000 grant that FedEx gives out. And I see, you know what? I'm sure everyone knows about business grants, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just, let people know, hey, it's February. You guys should really, be applying for this FedEx grant. I posted a little video of me jigging, talking about the grant, what the requirements were, and go apply. And that video went viral. I got so many people in my DMs asking me about how to apply. What? Y'all know what a business grant is? People don't know what a business grant is? See, when you're the expert in a field, you think everyone knows what you know. You know how to make peach cobbler? You know how to fry chicken? You know how to fix the car? You don't know how to build a resume? You don't know how to do Excel? No, they don't. They don't, right? And so I was like, well, they don't know about grants. Well, let me give the people what they want. That was God telling me to post that video. I ain't never posted a video about a grant a day before my life. But February 2022, God said, why don't you tell them about this grant? And when I told him about the grant, I got that big response. The business Joy said, well, let me give the people more of what they want. Let me go and make a grant bundle. Let me give you a list of all the business grants that there are. Let me kind of explain to you what you need to apply for some free money, since I didn't know that y'all didn't know. And that one business grant bundle, I started with 200 business grants. My grandmother now has 1,000 business grants. That one business grant bundle took me from a 0 to 100. That one business grant, that one digital product, changed my life forever. Changed my son's life forever. Got me exactly where I needed to be. Paid for all these attorney's fees. I'm 6 figures in the attorney. Pay for them all. One thing, God directed me there. Say, if you want my grant bundle, comment grant in the comments, and the link will be sent to you. Saying all that to say, it just takes one move from God to take your life to that next level. It takes one pivot to change your life forever. It's called the power of one. It just takes one thing, meaning one person, making one move, changing one thing it's just one thing. It's just one thing. In my dealership, I'm taking all these courses, how to market. We got we had everything going. We got the Instagram going. We got the cars. We got the banks. We got the lot. We got the signs. But it's like every single month, like people like cap out. We always just cap out. We just can't. The second we change the in-house financing, off the roof. One. It's the power of one. One change in your business, one change in your friend circle, one change in this will change the trajectory of your life. But God is going to tell you in your dream. You're stuck in traffic, just driving. You're going to think, what about this? It's going to just come to you oddly. That is God saying, this is what I need you to do. So, y'all, that's Jesus calling for November 5th. I'm having my 5-day challenge. It started yesterday. You can still catch the replay and come on in for tonight. If you want to get your business to the bank, comment challenge. I'm doing a 5-day challenge going over how to structure your business, protect your assets, how to market your business. How do you get your target audience to come to your brick and mortar, come to your website? I am talking about how to make a digital product, how to either add another stream of income to your current business, or how to make an extra $1,000, $5,000 a month, whatever the number you want it to be, on selling information that you already know. If you lost weight and you go to work, what's everyone going to say? Ooh, girl, how'd you lose weight? And what you going to do? Well, girl, I drank water. I took Ozempic. I took these supplements. I did a protein. You going to tell them the whole plan for free. Make it a digital product and make some money off of it, right? I'm going to go over business funding, how to get business grants, how to get business credit. So if you're trying to get your business to the bank, you want to get in my 5-day challenge. It started yesterday. The replay is in the Facebook group. This is what you need to get your business to the bank. This is what you need to get your business to the bank. We are less than 60 days from ending 2024. There is no reason why 2024 still can't be your best year. Okay, go all in for yourself. Go all in for your future. Go all in for what it is that you really want. Okay, so comment challenge in the links. If you want to go ahead and join my 5-day challenge. Grants, if you want my grant bundle. I'm going to leave you with this today. It is not how you start, it's how you finish. It is not how you start, it is how you finish. So make sure that you bet on yourself and finish strong, okay? So whatever it is that you are going through, this is not the end. This is not your destiny. You are just going through a transition season. God is just setting you up for the alley-oop. God is setting you up for your big win. If you're going through a lot, if life is everywhere, the more that the devil takes from you, the more God's going to bless you. He's going to give you 10 times whatever Satan took from you. So whatever Satan's taken from you, take a note. Write down what he's taken from you and add that stuff up, because God said he's going to give you 10 times to what the devil took. It's up to you to know what that is, so you know how big your blessing's going to be. Okay, well, I got to get ready for the day, get myself together, pay these bills. Everyone have a fabulous Tuesday, and I will, of course, see you at the bank.